Hello, welcome back to Soul Hackers 2. I'm extremely sorry. As I was recording the next episode for this, I wasn't aware that during the test recording everything was fine, but during the actual recording my mic was disabled, or it's like in the recording it selected something that doesn't exist as a mic. So I had no audio over the entirety of that gameplay. So to do a quick little recap, the recap's like 3-4 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and play over like all of the recap stuff that had happened. There's a little apology at the beginning of it, you know, so sorry. Shit happens. Can't really avoid a lot of everything's. Anyways, roll the clip. I apologize that my mic did not record. I'm sorry for that. So this is a recap of all the stuff that had happened, more or less, vaguely. I think Melody was trying to kill him. Melody, were you trying to kill him?
Of course!
Okay, you know, that checks out. Alright, that happened. We did get to the point of where we should fight Zenin and Iron Mask, although we didn't actually fight them.
Ringo, I advise immediate retreat.
Looks like Melody tried to do something with it by jumping into the air.
Time to die!
I think not.
And just getting utterly read like a freaking book.
Out of my way!
Ringo asked, what did you do with Mangetsu?
What'd you do with Mangetsu?
I think you know.
We kind of already know what happened to Mangetsu. We also attempted to fight. I say attempted very loosely.
Guys.
Basically, the dude went Super Saiyan. So, Zenin was by far strong as hell. We didn't exactly stand a chance.
Back from this. Alive.
Okay, everyone run for it!
Why the hell should I?
Because if this thing murders you, Iron Mask wins. You never get to kill him. Is that what you want?
People got together, they had a little chit chat.
We made it. Somehow.
God damn it!
Arrow, I'm sorry about Mangetsu.
We lost the Covenant. And now I might never find out how he knew me.
Oh, speaking of, take a look at this. Spotted this on the ground back there, so I snagged it on the way out.
A smartphone. It looks broken, but
Wow, nothing gets past you, Saizo.
How do you think I've survived this long?
You didn't? You died. We all saw it.
And then Fig was going to try to deal with the smartphone.
Can you fix it?
Just leave it to me.
Ringo did ask about Fig being powered up like Zenin, which honestly kind of comical. If we could get Super Saiyan Fig, I'd be good. I would be good with that. That'd be awesome.
Fig, you have a covenant. Can't we power you up like Zenin?
Don't be silly.
That kind of more or less sums up what all we had missed. Alright, now that that's out of the way, we are currently going to go ask Victor about Zomas. That is our objective currently. So, the little demon thing that kind of kicked everyone's ass, went Super Saiyan, and, you know, just one-tapped Arrow like Arrow didn't exist. That thing, a Zoma. So, Victor is, apparently, according to Arrow, has insight on a Zoma. Like, a Zoma is an artificial demon. So with all of that information, Arrow and Fig, obviously, God, I love her leggings, suggested that we go talk to Fig about it. Not Fig, Victor about it. So we are going to go do just that. Also, side note, in the lost episode that's gone forever into the aether, we also went to the Soul Matrix. We got the level up or the gate unlocks for Saizo and Arrow because they are both over 30 with soul level. Unfortunately, Milady is at a measly 27 with her soul level. Therefore, we did not get the gate for that. Oh, Victor's this guy, demon guy.
Welcome. What brings you in today?
Yeah, about that. Victor, do you have any idea what a Zoma is?
Naturally.
Ugh, perfect. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do if this turned out to be a dead end. Okay, let me have it.
Oh, someone of your intelligence wants to learn something from me?
I know. Aren't you proud of me?
It certainly is pleasing. I must say, though, you're not the first person to ask me about this.
I'm honestly not surprised.
Just 6 months ago, there was another who asked the very same question.
Was it Iron Mask?
Let me think. Yes, I believe he was called Iron Mask.
Jackpot. The Zoma that's with him is exactly what I wanted to ask about. His name's Zenin.
The one that wasn't finished, you mean? What of it? Though, wait, if he has a name now, I imagine he's technically been completed, right?
What do you mean, technically? He totally wiped the floor with us.
Hmm? I can't imagine that Zoma possessing all that much power. All right, tell me everything.
I'll tell you everything.
I see. That's quite a tale.
This is no time to be laughing. And now that I think about it, why would you help the Phantom Society?
Come now, is the glare necessary? I'll do just about any job as long as it's fulfilling. Surely you can't hold that against me.
Well, it's thanks to you we're in this mess, so I think you deserve a glare or two.
You and the Phantom Society are no different as far as I'm concerned. Just another group of summoners.
Based on what? How we look? Humans are always slaves to appearance. It's one of the things that makes you so stubborn.
On the contrary, it has nothing to do with that. Rather, it's more about a personal creed.
I like your style. Alright then, tell me what you know. As much as this creed of yours will allow.
I do indeed know of what you ask. However, I doubt the information I have is what you're looking for.
What do you mean?
I merely provided some insight on Zoma. Iron Mask completed Zenin entirely on his own effort.
Alright, that's impressive. Props to the bad guy.
Well, that's a bust. Fine, then at least tell me what you told Iron Mask.
Certainly, that's easy enough. Ah, and you needn't worry about payment this time. Your story was more than enough. Long ago, God created humans from the earth. In that sense, you could argue that God is the father of humanity. Children grow by observing their parents. Or, I should say, they imitate them. Anything the parent can do, the child can too, you see.
Insurance. It makes me think of a car insurance commercial where they say they can help you do this, but they can't help you not become your parent or something like that.
You mean the humans tried to copy an act of God? What did they do?
Create a soul. In their hubris, humanity attempted to play the role of God and create a soul from nothing.
And that's how the Zoma came to be.
Precisely. And following their creation, These weak man-made demons grew stronger and stronger as they absorbed more and more demons. But in Zenin's case, he was provided with more than one source of power.
The Covenants.
Indeed. Take his base design and combine it with a Covenant, and you've got the being you saw before you. The Covenants drew out Zenin's latent power, and his soul was built in such a way that everything enhanced his fighting capabilities.
You know this much?
But of course, just who do you think I am? No doubt his body has already been built to withstand the stress of exceeding his physical limits.
So he's got just enough to carry a human soul, but can wield more power than any human could ever hope. Explains why we can't communicate with him.
Yes, to call him both a vessel and a protector is certainly fitting.
So, does he have any weaknesses?
The moon. The Zoma race has a rather decisive weakness in that their power wanes with the new moon. While the phases of the moon have always influenced demons to some degree or another, Zoma are particularly affected.
That's extremely convenient.
However, that applies only to your average Zoma.
That is significantly less convenient.
Having absorbed the Covenants, it's possible Zenin has evolved. He may not even be a Zoma anymore.
The new moon. It looks like that might be our only chance. Thanks, Victor. We've got a faint sliver of hope now.
Ash is her own person. You don't just get to take her back.
I know that.
Whoa. Wasn't expecting it to be just you two. Where's Arrow and Melody?
Oh, welcome back, Ringo. They're out gathering information on Iron Mask.
Weird. Not a duo you'd expect. Is something going on?
It's my fault, Ringo. I asked a question I shouldn't have.
Fig asked me if Ash was what I was trying to take back. Sorry I got kind of heated, Fig.
Don't apologize. I'm the one who asked. But if you already knew what I was saying, then why?
Part of it is just desperation. I have to fix this because I know it's my fault.
How?
I failed her. Ash needed hope. Something to believe in. And I couldn't prove my world of light was worth that. That's why she's here now.
World of Light?
Look, being a summoner is all about kill or be killed. And someday you end up paying the price for the things you've done. The lives you've ruined. That's just our natural reward. Summoner's karma, they call it. And we wanted a world where that was a thing of the past.
But you got the opposite.
I really believed we weren't doomed to hide in the shadows forever. We could live together in the light. But it wasn't enough to convince her, I guess. That's why she's trapped with Iron Mask now. She's a prisoner of her fear, of the summoner's karma. So I want to save her from that.
Saizo, I don't know if you should be thinking of saving her.
How do you mean?
Is her fear really what's keeping her trapped? I think I learned something from Arrow and Kaburagi. Even if people feel the same way, or want the same things, or want the best for each other, sometimes they're still going to clash. To me, Ash seemed to really regret killing you. Did you ever really ask what she wanted? Or did you take it for granted that her dream was the same as yours?
You're right. I need to hear how she feels. Took me long enough to realize it.
But you still realized it nonetheless, Saizo. That's growth. And I'm proud of you for that.
Thanks, Fig. I know what I gotta do now.
No, I just spoke my mind, that's all. I'm glad if it helped. It's from Raven. He wants to hear about what happened with Mangetsu. And he says he might be able to help with the Phantom Society.
He did help us. We should probably go check in with him. Let's meet up with Arrow and Melody at Hydron, then head to Komodori from there.
Oh, okay.
Sorry for the wait.
It's fine. We just got here ourselves. Are we heading straight to Komodori?
Arrow, doesn't Raven have work to do there? We wouldn't want to barge in and get in the way.
That won't be a problem. He's got a lot of kids to look after. If we show up and he's not free, we can always hang out with them.
We can help take care of them? All right, let's go.
Sounds like hard work, being on perpetual babysitting duty. Still, Raven was a Yatagarasu elite. How does an underworld big shot go from being a legend to running an orphanage?
Well,
You gotta work on that poker face, Arrow. A face like that is a big neon sign saying there's a story here.
I've never been good at hiding things.
What do you mean?
He means the orphanage is a front. It's a Yatagarasu operation. Am I right?
Well, sure. These underworld factions pull that stuff all the time. But there are way more profitable side ventures than an orphanage. Unless...
All the kids there have the potential to develop supernatural powers.
So that's it.
So much for your hero. In the end, he's no protector or guardian. He's just a handler for company assets.
What is she talking about?
Come on, Fig. You're supposed to be quick on the uptake. She means that orphanage is a training ground. They're grooming future summoners.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So all of those children, they're all going to get caught up in this fighting.
It's not guaranteed. There are some years where none of the kids make that choice to be a summoner. I was the only one in my year.
Do they even know?
No. The kids with potential only find out about devil summoners once they're ready to leave Komodori. But nobody's forcing them to pick up a comp. They're the ones who make the decision.
And that's how you justify it.
Well...
She's not blaming you, Arrow. Right, Fig?
Oh, yes, of course. Rationally, I'm aware Arrow is not directly at fault.
That wording tells me enough. Look, I know this isn't right. Manipulating people isn't what Yatagarasu's about.
Then why doesn't anyone say anything? Why doesn't anyone try to stop it?
Because eventually you just... understand. People like me and Raven are the only way we can fight back against the Phantom Society.
So you learn firsthand that the cycle doesn't make sense. But you can't break out of it. Reminds me of what Kaburagi was saying. There's a fine line between the kind of deep, principled belief people respect and brainwashed zealotry.
Maybe I am being manipulated. Maybe that's why I'm committed enough that I'd fight to the end.
Arrow.
But even if that's just conditioning, I can't second-guess myself. I won't.
Looks like your speech has her speechless. Maybe it was too much for her innocent little head.
Your speech has her speechless.
Listen, Fig. You can't get by in this world on good intentions alone.
Would be nice if he could, though. If you ask me, it'd make life a hell of a lot better for everyone, even if it's tough.
How do you mean?
Well, you gotta accept it's an ugly process, right? Say you decide you want to be idealistic, selfless, and you live your life, try to set a good example.
Right.
Then you realize, whoops, the world sucks. All your idealism and wishful thinking can't cover up the evil in its rotten core.
Now you're talking sense.
Maybe. But it's not about the world you live in. It's about the one that comes after. One made by the kids who grew up on your wishful thinking.
And they wouldn't inherit the wishful thinking, but the wish itself.
Exactly. Gives them hope. And with hope, we can make a better world than the one we've got now.
A better world. For everyone.
Whatever. Let's just get going.
So much story right now.
Nice going, Melody. Turns out behind that sharp tongue of yours, you're actually pretty caring, huh?
I'm not buying it.
What?
The way you handled those kids, you know?
I wasn't doing anything special.
No, I think you were.
What, you too, Arrow? Lose the grin. It's making me sick.
You know that girl you were reading to, Ichika? She's actually really hard to please. I don't think I've ever seen her smile like that before. I appreciate you looking out for her.
I'm telling you, I didn't do anything.
Lies. All lies. Melody, you did it. You did everything.
Sorry I'm late. Rude of me, seeing as I called you over.
Welcome back, Raven. Also, I'd like to apologize. I ended up making dinner without asking permission.
No. I'm the one who should apologize. And thanks. The kids seem really happy. That's all that matters.
Yeah, Raven's great when it comes to curry. But everything else, well, it's nothing to write home about.
I think you ought to change your perspective, Arrow. The real problem is that my curry's so great, nothing else compares.
That's a good way to look at it, Raven.
Sure, I guess you could look at it that way.
See? Then again, I guess my cooking can get a bit samey, huh?
If you're only cooking curry, that could get samey, yes.
If you guys don't mind, do you think you could swing by again sometime like you did today?
You don't mind?
Of course not. The kids would love to see you.
The kids. Sure. I suppose every now and then wouldn't hurt.
Just don't forget we've got a job to do. That's our top priority.
Yes, of course. I know that. I was overjoyed, even though the activity in question had no relation to Ion's mission.
You are becoming your own person.
It's gotten pretty late. We better get down to business.
Right. First, about Mangetsu.
I can fill us in on that one.
Awesome.
So Mangetsu's dead. Alright, I'll make sure Yatagarasu gets the news.
Thanks.
Now it's my turn. Yatagarasu's investigation has identified what we believe to be Iron Mask's hideout. It's an abandoned complex in Ozaki.
Real estate really took a turn for the worse over in those parts, so a lot of the buildings were left unfinished. Couldn't make a profit if you tried. Perfect place for the bad guy to set up his secret lair, though.
And how reliable is this info?
One of our agents confirmed seeing Iron Mask and Zenin go in and out.
Not Zenin.
That's odd.
I agree.
I'd previously tried to track Iron Mask through the city's surveillance cameras, but I wasn't able to find any trace of him. Possibly because he was being careful. So why now all of a sudden?
It's a ploy.
I was wondering about that as well. Maybe he's trying to lure us in.
I mean, same concept.
It's possible. We do have one of the covenants after all.
Then it's
Don't-
too dangerous. We'd be walking right into his trap.
Don't do it.
Maybe. But we don't have any other options. This is probably all we're gonna get.
Maybe not.
Ringo's right.
Hold up.
Don't get in my way.
I think you're gonna want to hear this. You want to kill Iron Mask, right?
This had better be good.
Yeah, I'll let you be the judge of that.
I love that like smirk that you have.
I went to the Gomaden and asked about the Zoma's weakness. Apparently, Zoma are sensitive to the phases of the moon, and weakest at each new moon.
Well, we know the place. Now we just gotta wait for the right time.
All right, then we'll go on the next new moon. Make sure you don't jump the gun, Milady.
Obviously.
A few days later. Oh god, we're actually jumping into the fray. Hello?
Well, we've got a nice moonless night ahead of us. You guys ready? Everyone have their demons set? Tonight, we end this.
You don't need to tell me. I've been waiting for this.
Very patiently, I might add. I was worried you were gonna run off without us.
Well, you did spend so long talking and chatting and joking around. If you wasted any more of my time, I might get upset. And you wouldn't want that, would you?
Save the murder glare for the actual fight. Come on, let's head to the Ozaki Hope Towers.
Ash, are you there too?
Alright, well this was a very story-driven episode. We gained new information. We gained a lot of insight. Y'all gained some not so great and not so helpful information on what was originally supposed to be this episode that got thrown into this in like a 3 or 4 minute mashup. I hope you enjoyed the little recap. It was daunting to do at first. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of daunting, but it turned out better than what I was actually imagining and made it worth it. So that's all for this. I hope y'all enjoyed, and as always, much love.